probably with Gyrocopter's farm. So they're going to need Gyrocopter and Odie to be really successful early on. Let's go over who's playing what for each team. We're on the side of Chibiusa's minions right now, the Dire team. And we have Chibiusa JNT playing Leshrac, Extravagant playing Gyrocopter, Kunoichi on Bounty Hunter, and that leaves JNT on Outworld Devourer, excuse me. They change that way too often. Meanwhile, on our Radiant team, the side of WaterMelon, we have Kadam. On Lifestealer, we have Mr. Pleiades on Lena. FMP on Queen of Pain. NZ on Bane. And rounding it out is Soyu on Nature's Prophet. So it looks like it is going to be an aggressive tri-lane from CM, which is a little bit surprising. Didn't expect them to opt for that. This is a really strong tri-lane coming out on the side of WaterMelon. They have to be careful because, of course, that open wounds into a Light Strike array with the Dragon Slave there as well. It's a lot of burst damage, whereas the damage is going to come a little bit slower for the heroes on CM's side. They're going to have to try and wear them down a little bit more before they can go for any openings and pick up a kill. Meanwhile, middle is going to be a straight-up matchup. Queen of Pain versus this Outworld Devourer. So OD is going to be able to sap damage from Queen of Pain, which is the plus of having OD versus an intelligence hero. Allow him to last hit very effectively. And I think he's fairly safe in this lane, but Rune Control isn't going to be there. He's going to have to keep up on his regen. And overall, play it very carefully if any rotations come in. Looks like we have an encounter in the jungle down here, as we do see JNT run into NZ, but they're both going to retreat. As middle lane, we see CSing underway already. OD does pick up his first level in Astral Imprisonment, as you would expect, so start to see that spammed off momentarily here. This is a matchup we saw earlier in the day. Bounty Hunter versus Nature's Prophet. A lane that seems to favor Nature's Prophet because he has better animation, but Bounty Hunter should do decently. He should get some CS. On the bottom lane, we have an engage, though. It's going to be Rocket Barrage on top of Mr. Pleiades, who throws down a Light Strike array on top of himself, but he's still going to go down. There was no support there. NZ wasn't in the area. It didn't look like Kadami even put forth an effort to get over to his teammate, and as such, an easy first blood for Chibiusa's minions, who catch off the Lena in an awkward position, as they do have great vision in the woods. Meanwhile, middle lane, we see Queen of Pain is going to get sapped for 3 stacks now. So you can really see 78 plus 3 damage, 81 against 49. JNT is going to have a really good time, at least last hitting and denying with that. He already has 6 denies so far this game, 2 for 3 on this Quap. So that is the advantage of having the OD. The problem is that the burst damage will be there for Quap at some point, and if you aren't able to limit her mana pool and her mobility, she may be able to capitalize and get a kill. Now we see a lot of dewarding coming up. They throw down 1 sentry, takes down a couple of wards from the side of the Dire, and now Mr. Pleiades is going to go for the final deward as he goes to try and take down the pull. So this tri-lane, first blood already coming out in favor of Chibiusa's minions, but if we look at the CS, 6 for 4 on Nikes against 4 for 3 on Gyrocopter. So Gyrocopter is getting hit by that damage sap from Bane as well as the Enfeeble, so minus 24. He's trying to last hit with 25 damage. No easy task. And I think managing to actually get 1 or 2 here and there, but nonetheless, you can see that's going to prove a little bit frustrating for him, as that spell still pretty high mana cost for Bane, so Bane's going to have to be wary of continuing to spam it out there because it will be low, may not have enough for a Brain Sap or a Nightmare later on. Bounty Hunter is going hard on top of Soyu right now. Can he get another strike off? No, Janata is on cooldown. He throws out the Shuriken, though, and that will get him the kill. So Bounty Hunter picking up a kill on Nature's Prophet here on the top lane. Phenomenal job by him, and this is really bad for Nature's Prophet because 1 kill for Bounty Hunter is going to allow him to have a huge advantage in this lane. Now he's going to have extra experience. If he picks up level 6, he can just continually harass this NP and really have a phenomenal time. We do see Disruption used on top of the Lifestealer. Lifestealer is going to casually retreat out, though, as they head back under their own tower. Lifesteer only sitting 8 for 4 on CS, so now we do see Gyrocopter actually surpassing him in those numbers. He's 11 for 3 right now. Flat Cannon active, spamming off a little bit. He's level 3, but hasn't selected his skill yet. See if he decides to go Rocket Barrage or Flat Cannon again, of course. Flat Cannon, pretty good in this situation, but with a Shadow Demon on your team, Disruption sets up good opportunities. You can make the most out of Rocket Barrage, and he will opt for that. Kanoichi on the top lane now is going to have to deal with a Sentry War being placed down. So you getting pretty frustrated, opts to throw down a Sentry. Still not able to really harass Kanoichi that well because of the fact that there's a poor man's shield in play. And Nature's Prophet base damage, only 63, so 63, but it's blocking 20 every time. So Kanoichi's pretty comfortable right now. You see he does have 14 for 3 in CS. Nature's Prophet is beating him, but of course, Bounty Hunter with that most recent kill is going to be pretty confident. And the important thing for BH is getting that 6 and getting out of his lane. BH is a hero that can blow open tri-lanes in a way that many other heroes cannot. And if he can come down to this bottom lane, get 1 or 2 kills with that track gold and track experience on it, then it certainly can turn the tides for CM, who already have a slight lead 2-0 early in this game. You can see OD also 22 for 23. Wow. Now 23 for 23 against the 5 for 4 on FMP on that Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain is getting destroyed here in the middle lane. He's now taking some extra harass damage as well as Outworld Devourer is so confident right now. Top lane though, we see the track out there in play. Level 6 Bounty Hunter continues to auto attack onto Soyu, and Soyu's just going to back up. He has a lot of regen in his inventory. He's going to heal up and get back into the mix in a moment. Chibiusa JNT is on the side here harassing a little bit onto Enza. We do see a Lightning Storm come out as well. Looks like level 1 Lightning Storm. Extravagant gets caught in deep. He's got to pack off the Rocket Barrage, but he's trapped himself. Still gets the kill on top of Lina. He doesn't care, but now with the Enfeeble, not dealing out too much damage from the side. Shadow Demon will finish off Lifestealer. So 2 kills for Chibiusa's minions on the bottom lane, and they're now up 4-0. All 4 of those kills coming from, 3 out of 4 of those kills coming from this tri-lane. 1 kill, of course, going to BH up top. And you could see middle lane, Queen of Pain, no mana. JNT has a lot of control, and I speculated that maybe Queen of Pain would have an opportunity to at least have rune control, but that is not the case. We see Illusion Rune in the bottle for Outworld Destroyer, or Devourer, excuse me. I'm probably going to say both versions fairly often throughout the game because of the recent change. But nonetheless, you see he is able to get the Illusion Runes up, now hitting for 100 damage, 111 now. He is certainly doing a great job. If he can get up a mobility item, something like an early Force Staff. Ooh, he's going to go for the kill here on the middle lane. FMP's low, and there it is. Nice use of the Sanity's Eclipse to get him the kill on top of Queen of Pain. And now it looks like on the bottom lane, Extravagant's going to kill off Bane as well with a Rocket Barrage straight out of Disruption. And this is going really well for Chibiusa's minions, who are up 6-0 right now, have a stronghold on 2 out of 3 of the lanes, and still doing pretty well on the top lane to boot. Nature's Prophet is getting CS up here. He's actually going to TP down bottom after he casts off an ultimate. Nature's Wrath is there. Extravagant's going to get saved for a moment by the Disruption. He's going to pop out with the Rocket Barrage active, but he still goes down. Chibiusa JNT is going to get hit by some auto attacks. There's still a track on top of Nature's Prophet, which is helping Chibiusa JNT to try and escape here. Can anyone catch up? They have an open wounds in 8 more seconds. There's a blink to the low ground from FMP. Chibiusa needs to try and suicide to some of these neutrals, and there he goes. He tries to die to the Trolls, and the Trolls will get the kill. Well played by Chibiusa JNT to deny the kill from WaterMelon there, and definitely helped that when Nature's Prophet came in, he had track on him, giving the bonus move speed to Leshrac there to escape. But still, a good response from WaterMelon as they're able to pick up 2 kills at the very least. Nature's Prophet finally getting involved even before we see Bounty Hunter get involved, which is a little bit surprising considering he's already level 8. He certainly can start moving and trying to create opportunities around the map, but he has not chosen to do so quite yet. Middle lane, expect OD to stay here, continue to farm. FMP has 8 mana once again. He is being deprived hard, and not sure, it looks like JNT just spent all of his money on power treads. He should have a little bit more though, looks like. There's nothing on the courier, so maybe I'm wrong. He is sitting at 46 CS and 31 denies, having a phenomenal time in the middle lane. Now we see a smoke coming up here. It's Bane as well as Mr. Pleiades on the Lina. They're going to try and rotate in, but there's also a TP coming from Bounty Hunter. So Bounty Hunter trying to get involved now. This is what I'm talking about, the opportunity to blow open the tri-lane just by getting that track gold in play. Kunoichi jumps on top of Kadam. Kadam gets tracked off. He does pop off the Rage. Extravagant will miss by the Laguna Blade, or excuse me, the Light Strike Array. And now Mr. Pleven's hit with the Soul Catcher. He's going to go down, as well as Lifestealer going down on the back end. Now Kunoichi is going to cheap chase, and the cooldown's going to net another kill onto Bane. So all three heroes going down. At least one of them is going to give them some extra track gold. I think it was probably 2 in the end, but I'm not certain. Now the kill lead is 9-3 in favor of CM. As we reach the 9.5 minute mark, OD is going to run into a double damage rune in the river and continue his dominance in the middle. 50 CS. There's no need for him to move. I mean, honestly, his team is doing so well in the lanes that you're not putting any pressure on Outworld Devourer to create gank opportunities for anyone else. He's able to just stay there and make the most out of his farm, which is exactly what you want to do. And now we do see him purchase up the Staff of Wizardry, so we'll go towards that 4-staff first. Meanwhile, top lane being pushed out by Soyu as well as Kadam as they try and pressure this tier 1 tower. It's dropping pretty quickly, already down below half health. We do see JNT coming in from the side of TP's coming in from Bounty Hunter as well as from Gyrocopter. They get a track off onto Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet's going to get hit by some of the orbs here. These orbs are chunking him. He goes down. Kadam's now the next target. Kadam taking one hit, but he pops off the Rage. Enzi is going to go ahead and try and get out of here as well, but he's not going to be able to do so as Bounty Hunter's going to get the kill there. And now Mr. Pleiades tries to come in for some kind of support, but it's not going to work out for him. JNT's going to Astral Imprisonment, but there's a nice Light Strike Array. Here's FMP with a Sonic Wave. They do get the return kill onto OD. So it ends up being a 2-for-1 trade as it stands right now. Track is on Mr. Pleiades, but it doesn't look like anyone from the side of CM wants to continue to pursue, as they will be content with farming the wave. So a little bit of over-aggression from OD. They're trying to press for a second or third kill, and as such, he will drop. Consequent of aggressive play. So FMP with a good rotation there. Much needed gold. Only sitting at 600. This is I know it's been a tough lane matchup, but only 14 CS 11 minutes into the game. Those are dismal numbers and are really going to hold back WaterMelon for a long time. You need a lot of things to go right for you to come back from that. And now, speaking of which, just to add insult to injury, JNT pops his head into the middle lane and will go ahead and use the Astral Imprisonment once again. I mean, we're talking about, if it was going that poorly, should have opted to stack some creep camps and just kill him with Scream or something, because 14, 15 CS, he's actually at 16 right now. At this stage of the game for a solo middle, Leshrax's support, he has 8. That's half. That is not where you want to be. And Queen of Pain is going to start to be more of a burden than really you need her to be. And now we're going to see a jump. It's going to be aggression on top of JNT. We do see the Infest pop out from Kadam. Kadam does use open wounds on JNT. JNT taking a lot of damage, but Disruption's going to save him for a moment. Good play by El Chuchu. We also see Kunoichi got to make his way into the mix, but he has to invis out as Devour does go down. We also see El Chuchu turning around. He's trying to make it out of here, but one more hit will do the job. Will he get caught? He's still surviving because of the track movement speed. And now they pop off the smoke to try and further that movement speed. Doesn't catch El Chuchu, but he still escapes. So only one kill there for WaterMelon, but it is the big kill. It's on top of the OD. OD now dropping for the second time in a short period of a short span. So that is a good sign for them. Cooldown's going to fly. It's actually going to hit on a couple of heroes. Do they want to engage on this? Kadam looks like he does. He pops off the Rage, jumps on top of Chibiusa. Chibiusa taking a couple hits. In comes the Scream from FMP. There's a kill for them. But from the back end, we see Sanity's Eclipse come out and kills off Bane. Gyrocopter gets a kill on Nature's Prophet. JNT turns around. He's looking for anyone else to try and finish. FMP is going to try and retreat out of here. Can he get the blink to the high ground? He cannot in time. Bounty Hunter's going to be able to kill him. And now there's a rocket on top of Kadam. Extravagant in pursuit. But it doesn't look like he'll be able to catch up with Kadam in time to capitalize and get a kill there. So he's just going to let him go. And a nice turnaround from CM on the back end of the worst team fight of the game. Able to make it back in and pick up a couple of kills. And now the completed 4-staff is going to come out for JNT on that OD. And that is a very big item choice for him. Open wounds, he can create some distance from that now. He can get out of sprouts. He can help out his team in many different scenarios. So he's got to be pretty satisfied. 13 and a half minutes, a little bit later considering his start than he would have wanted it. But nonetheless, it is in play now, and that's what matters. We do see an Infest is going to come again. It's on top of FMP. FMP is going to try and look for the initiation here. How greedy is he going to be? Is he going to blink to this high ground again? He is. He goes on top of JNT. There's the Infest. He pops out, but the Force Staff, just as we were speaking about, is going to create that gap. And now the Sonic Wave flies. Kadam doesn't have an open wound, though, so no one is going to die. No casualties, and a lot of skills expended there from the side of WaterMelon. The Sonic Wave used, as well as the Wrath of Nature and the Infest. And now a mistimed Light Strike Array as the Astral Imprisonment actually is going to dodge it. It wasn't mistimed. It was a sick dodge, and JT turns around. Now he's going to get hit by the Fiend's Grip, though, and taken down by a nice scream. Chibiusa is going to drop as well. Kunoichi turns around. He's going to try and jump on top of FMP. FMP taking a little bit of damage here, gets hit by the Shuriken, and FMP's just trying to regen up whatever he can. He's going to blink to the higher ground, but Kunoichi still has a lot of movement speed, and he pops off the drum charge as well. Can he get enough mana up for one more Shuriken, which would do the job? But no, instead he has enough damage with just the invisibility strike. So Bounty Hunter picks up a track kill onto FMP after pretty good initiation. I mean, another kill there onto OD. They also took down Leshrak, so a couple kills, but in exchange they lost 3. They forced the buyback out from OD, but OD's pretty comfortable right now. He picked up his Force Staff. We saw the effectiveness of it, and if you're WaterMelon, you have to be a little bit careful taking those trades, because trades are always going to be lopsided when you're against a bounty hunter. He's trading so much more efficiently than you can ever do just because of that track in play. So if we look at the gold graph, we'll probably see, yep, 10,000 gold advantage for the Dire. If we look at experience, it shows us 10,000 experience advantage for the Dire. And some of that's because of track, and some of that's sheerly because 19-8 is our kill advantage for CM over WaterMelon. So Chibiusa, much better showing than their initial match in the tournament. They're trying to go ahead and advance to the playoff stages, which winner of this will make their way to. Loser is eliminated from the tournament. They'll join Pain International on the sideline, just watching as the other teams fight it out for their shot at $750 prize pool. Of course, this tournament, Dota 2 Canada Cup, brought to you by Dota2.ca. Be sure to check out their community and join their forum. I'm NYJohn casting this for you. An exciting game thus far. There's been a lot of action. We're only 16 minutes in, and we have 27 kills. Unfortunately for WaterMelon fans, most of those belong to Chibiusa's minions, but they have to be proud with themselves considering in their first game they only got 1 kill. So rebounding very well, able to take down Pain in last game, and now in bottom lane Kunoichi gets a solo kill on Lina, which is probably to be expected. Middle lane, we see Astral Imprisonment. JNT gets in pretty deep. He gets hit by a Fiend's Grip here. He's also going to be sprouted, but Disruption comes in from NYJohn from the side. And now FMP already having blinked. JNT gets taken down, though. The Sonic Wave is there from Queen of Pain. Sonic Wave in the face, but the Demonic Purge is going to take down the Queen of Pain as well. So it's a trade 1-for-1 right now. We see Lina coming back into play. She's going to try and TP out here and join. There's a sprout on NYJohn. NYJohn's going to drop to the last auto attack from Soyu. Nature's Prophet getting himself a kill there. And Kunoichi is just going to retreat out of here. He has 3,100 gold in the bank. Wonder if he's going to build towards a Desolator. It's a likely item choice for him at this stage of the game, I'd say. Saving that much. And he does pick up 1 Mithril Hammer. So probably is going to be the option. He's going to be able to pick off a lot of these heroes quickly. I mean, we could see there's 9 armor in Nature's Prophet, but he only has 834 health. We look at Bane. Bane 834 as well. Queen of Pain just barely 800. Lina under 700. Even Lifesteal under 1200. And Lifesteal is not particularly close to any real items, so the item progression is just in full swing for CM. Meanwhile, WaterMelon trying to find anything to keep them in this game. Kunoichi just looking for someone to hunt here. He's going to go ahead and camp out behind the tier 1 tower in the top lane. Create an opportunity for his team to push this and get a kill. We haven't seen that much detection come out from the side of WaterMelon to try and prevent Kunoichi from being wherever he wants to be. There is dust on Quap, but that is all I'm seeing right now. Unless something just got purchased. So they're going to go ahead and just slow push this tier 1. It looks like WaterMelon's going to try and get a trade on the middle tower. It's down below 400 health, so it shouldn't be the toughest to take down, but a lot of TP response coming in. Cooldown is there as well. And with the flat cannon, Extravagant is going to clear that wave. He also picks up an Ogre Club, so working towards his BKB, which should be in tow soon. OD is going to walk into Enzi. Enzi's going to use the Fiend's Grip. Disruption's there to prevent further damage from coming out. FMP takes a whole lot of damage, so Yu's going to drop. There is also Mr. Pleiades is going to come out, tries to use the Luna Blade to finish off OD, but it will not work. OD surviving through that big Laguna Blade. Kunoichi is pursuing Kadam, but can't finish him off. 3 more kills for CM as they extend their kill lead 24-10. And now they're going to do work on this tier 2 tower in the middle lane as it's dropping very quickly. They take this, they have enough map control to perhaps go for a Roshan. We're inside the 20-minute mark here with the Dota 2 Canada Cup. This is the 3rd game of the day. CM versus WaterMelon. Their tournament lives at stake here. Winner is going to advance to the playoff stages. Loser is going to be eliminated on the spot. And it looks like Chibiusa's minions, CM, our Dire team, are looking the better side right now, having a tremendous gold lead, over 14,000 golden advantage and over 12,000 experience and advantage as well. You can see by just browsing through the heroes, they have the items. There's the Desolator for Bounty Hunter. We also have an Urn and Arcanes on Leshrac. He's living a luxurious life. Gyrocopter, 50 gold away from finishing off the BKB. Shadow Demon working towards his Force Staff, actually has it once the courier can make its way out to him. Meanwhile, it's a totally different story on the side of WaterMelon. There are Arcanes on the Bane, but Lena has nothing going on for her. Queen of Pain sitting on only an Ogre Axe. Lifestealer has drums at the 20-minute mark. Not where you want to be if you're WaterMelon. Now, WaterMelon has some inkling that perhaps they're in the Roche pit. They also ping out the tier 1 tower in the middle lane, so maybe going to try and push that as well. But we do see Roshan dropping very quickly, and with the Desolator debuff taking away 7 armor, you can see Gyrocopter as well as Bounty Hunter able to just tear through Roche, and that's going to be an Aegis in play for Gyrocopter. OD also able to finish up his mech. So they have 3 really prominent damage sources coming out from CM right now. The OD is tremendously fed. If we look at our net worth, he's sitting at 8,400 gold. The Gyrocopter at 8,500 net worth, and the Bounty Hunter at 9,700 net worth. All 3 of these huge damage output heroes are going to have a field day in the next team fight if WaterMelon can't find some way to stagger the engagement, get a pick off beforehand. They can't fight 5v5, and now Kadam is going to get spotted off by Kunoichi here. Gets hit by the Janata Strike, hitting for 436. He is chunking his health away. Light Strike is there, though, to make sure that no one pursues. And that'll be the end of that small engage. We also see Sanity's Clips is available and at its level 2 mark. And Sanity's Eclipse, of course, the huge level advantage in play. Level 14, next closest from his opposition is level 11, is going to deal a whole lot of damage. And Leshrac's farming up the top lane, picks up a point booster. I guess maybe working towards an Aghanims eventually. We talked about living the life of luxury. That definitely is something you don't see often on a Leshrac. Usually you want to go for that BKB if you have the opportunity to spend some extra gold, but in this case, decides point booster is better. Also some extra sentries. So a couple heroes grouped up here by the bottom lane. They're going to continue to apply pressure. It doesn't look like CM want to back off at all. They're going to stay on the opponent's half of the map. Middle lane is being pushed. This tower is pretty low, and there's no glyph available, so it looks like a quick little push here is going to get them a kill, but at what cost? Mr. Pleiades trying to retreat. The missile may even be enough to finish him off. Gyrocopter hit by the Fiend's Grip. He's not taking any damage, though, because he's in his BKB, and this is going to be the turnaround. Gyrocopter already taking down Lina. Lifesteal goes down to the Bounty Hunter. The force step forward from JNT. He's on top of Soyu. Soyu's going to take another hit. He goes down. Centers Eclipse picks up 2 as Bane drops as well, and a huge team fight there for CM as WaterMelon pressed to get 1 tower kill, but end up losing 4 of their heroes, and we talked about trading, and that's gonna be it. Enzi calls good game. That's a wrap for the 3rd game of the day. CM Chibiusa's Minions is going to advance to the playoff stages of the Dota 2 Canada Cup. Meanwhile, WaterMelon are going to be eliminated, and we saw them earlier, a game I did not cast. They played very well against Pain International, who, with all due respect, were using a lot of stand-ins, but still a very solid game, but they weren't able to find that rhythm in any of the games that followed as they were taken down by Molotov, and now CM look really strong against them as well. So Chibiusa's Minions will join Molotov as the first 2 teams to make it to the playoff stages. And that will conclude the action of the Dota 2 Canada Cup Group A. We have Group B coming up in a couple of moments, I believe. I'll double check, so be sure to stay tuned and watch Group B once we have it up and running. Thank you for watching. Again, I'm NYJohn. This tournament, of course, brought to you by Dota2.ca. Be sure to buy a ticket. It's only $1 in the Dota 2 shop. So go ahead, spend the $1. Support this organization so they can host more great events like this. And we'll see you when the next game is ready.